Oh. Hydraulic issue for Vueling. So a little bit of interesting one at the moment. We just heard that they've got a hydraulic issue. I didn't think they had a hydraulic issue when they landed, which now means they're holding the TUI and they're holding Vueling. Not too sure what we're going to do here. So they paused TUI. You can see behind. You can see behind the Gatwick flight, which was lining up, but they told them to wait. So we just had a rejected takeoff. So rejected takeoff here for TUI, as the Vueling, which came in a minute ago, has a hydraulic failure. They've detected a hydraulic leak. So Tomjet is now going to be exiting the runway. They're going to now do a search on the runway and check the runway. Very interesting. Let's have a look at this. We'll probably get a go around as well here, because you've got a flight just above coming in. There's the other flight. I reckon that's going to be told to go around. So we're going to have a runway inspection now. Vueling is holding over here. We can't see her at the moment. So I believe they're going to ask for crews to check. Let's have a watch. Just watch what's Vueling. And there we go, look. EasyJet having to go around. So EasyJet's going around. Tomjet is now exiting. So we now have a suspension for the runway. There is the fire crew. We have fire crew now in attendance. This has just got interesting. Don't forget to hit that like button. So fire crews are now going to inspect the Vueling that's parked up. We're going to see, obviously, probably British Airways also potentially going. There's another go around. We have another go around. That's the Titan flight. They're now going around. So 777 has been told to wait in its position. Let's just hear this. That's now going around. So TUI is going back to the runway to line up, as we now have an active emergency unfolding here. On the runway we can see a car checking the runway now. So a vehicle is on the runway checking. Just listening out what's going on. So up in the air, they're putting all of the aircrafts on hold now. So if you've just joined us, don't forget to hit that like button. Welcome along to London PlaneSpotting. What has just happened? We've had a Vueling which touched down a moment ago and reported to air traffic control that they had a warning that they have had a suspected hydraulic leak when landing. They can only assume that that was on the runway. Apparently they said that the dials had shown they had lost hydraulic pressure, so that means that they definitely did have a leak. You can't see it at the moment, but over here on where the trees are, there is a Vueling, the aircraft itself, parked up and is currently being inspected by fire crew. We had TUI, which was waiting on the runway to take off straight after Vueling. They have been told to exit, and they are now along here making their way back round to the runway. But it now means that we have a bit of a delay. They're doing a runway inspection because obviously if there is hydraulics, they're going to have to close the runway. The runway is temporarily closed at the moment and operations have been halted. Oh, we've just seen British Airways. British Airways have been told to leave. We didn't get that radio transmission. Okay, they had clearance to take off, which means that the hydraulic did not happen on the runway. So they've reopened the runway, and EasyJet is going to be going out first. Now we've had two go-arounds here. I believe they've been put in holding positions. You can see the British Airways Kingston flight behind. Is that the Kingston flight? Orlando, sorry, hang on. That's the Orlando. So they've just come around. EasyJet's now rolling. So it looks like operations have now all resumed. There is the Orlando flight lining up again. Still no sign of the Vueling flight. They're still checking her. And we now have Vueling, this is the Barcelona flight. The Vueling from Rome, which is being inspected at the moment, is still got a number of crews around it. You have ground vehicles alongside that aircraft as they are holding. Alan T, welcome to you. Hope you're good. Alex Smith, hope you're well as well. So they're now moving now. There she is. She's now moving, Vueling. That's the wrong flight that caused the problem. You can see behind she's being followed by fire crews and ground services. So they just said they do have signs of hydraulics leaking. I don't know where they said it was leaking around. I think they said it's leaking. I think it's by the taxiway. Interestingly, TUI's taken an early. I don't know what TUI's going to do here, because TUI is quite further down. So we now got to land all of these aircraft. So the Valencia flight from EasyJet's first, you can see behind it. So Valencia was the one which would go around, and Titan also went a go. That was second go around. That's coming in as well. You can see a long. You can see these crews following the aircraft. We've now got a cleaner coming to clean up the taxiway. We're very lucky that that didn't empty on the runway. Sorry. Cleaning vehicle making its way to clean the taxiway as Titan is now landing. This is the second go around due to caused by this emergency that we had. All in all, it means that TUI, which we can see rating on the left here, is out of position. They were behind the Vueling, which had landed and had problems. They were then rolling along the runway to take off, and they were told to abort takeoff, which they halted on the the runway, and then they had to leave and obviously come back round. So that means there's a bit of a delay for them. We can see the cleaner. So I wonder if this is where the the hydraulic leak has happened. So that was the taxiway which Vueling came off of. Fascinating stuff. I have to say credit to the crews here and the airport, because that was a very quick response from the airport. Very minimal disruption caused as well. As we have EasyJet Airbus A320 just on final. I'm interested to see if TUI is going to do a shorter takeoff. If that's the case, they're going to be really close to us and we're going to have a fantastic view of the rotation. But all of a sudden, Gatwick's got very busy. Look at this. There is another 2 planes waiting to land. We've got quite a few on the taxiway. So I believe they've just finished cleaning. So British Airways Ibiza flight is inbound next. Of course, it is an empty. I'm thinking it's the Orlando flight car, but I've realised it's not, is it? It's the empty logistical one, which is why TUI's been told to wait, because it's not really that much of a priority. They don't have a massive schedule to get onto. Behind the British Airways, we've got the 777 from Shanghai. You can just see it in the background. Also, you can see on the left there the A380 wanting to take off as well. So that means if they do a short takeoff, that would be really cool to see. Because I think they're going to use pretty much all of the runway, even though they're light. Let's see what happens. This would be cool. Okay, so Emirates has been given clearance behind the 777. I reckon 2 will be out probably after the A380. So we're going to have a 777 from Shanghai from China Eastern, and then the Emirates will be going out. That is EK 16. Fascinating stuff. everyone who's just joined us recording along. We have 115 likes. Keep them coming, please, folks. Thank you very much for everyone who has hit that like button. Look at that. Stunning.
Located right 11305 located tonight 21.
Let's have a look at this beauty. This is going to be fantastic to watch. Watch this, folks.
Right, runway 26 right. Right.
I believe, well, very quickly, because of the issue of the taxiway, they're doing a full turn onto the unoccupied runway that is used sometimes as a taxiway. How amazing is that? Keep those likes coming, folks. Welcome everyone who's just joined us. Into the clouds she goes.